Hi, welcome to Aquaba Football. After the long break and unfortunately the passing of the Queen, we are back. This week we are looking at the derbies, the South and the North divide. Arsenal obviously touching Tottenham. No, they put them in a spliff. That's what some people would say. And then the humiliation of the old devils, the Red Devils, should I say. So today I have to my far left George and our usual honorable coach, who will be dissecting and looking into what they think of these matches coming forward into the coming week, what they think. And we'll also be looking at the Black Stars. We'll touch on Black Stars and what we think leading up to the World Cup. Obviously some of the results looks a bit dodgy or catchy, but yeah, we're back. Thankfully, football is back. So we'll start without wasting too much time. We'll start with the north side, the derby between United and City. George, without saying too much, maybe my laughter will speak more. George, what do you make of it? What do you make of it?
I'm really disappointed.
Okay.
I'm really disappointed as a United fan, yes. I must say. But my overall assessment, I just think the hope from just that we met the better team.
Okay.
I'll just give myself that hope that we met the better team. Because I don't think the boys were ready. We were not ready for the game. Right from the first minutes, they were all over us. The game was making saves, we were making blocks just in the 16-yard box and all of that. But all the same, okay. Let's see, maybe this is a wake-up call to Ten Hag, and this is a wake-up call to the boys. That not all the matches are going to come easy as the 4 we won.
Okay.
4 we won, yes. So let's see how we pick up from here and move to everything next.
Coach, your assessment?
Well, I think it was a good day for City. I said so because on a good day, City will not score
these kind of like large scores. I mean, big
yes,
scores.
yes. And looking at Manchester United, they did not perform too bad. And then, no, I mean, talking about their two previous results, yes, no.
Sure.
So I think it was a good day for City. Everything they did worked for them.
Harland was the difference, though. Would you say?
Oh yes, but before Harland started scoring, the handwriting was clear. That City dominated the game from the onset till maybe the goal started coming. The game made a lot of saves even before the first goal came, and then so I think it was a good day for City, and Manchester United had a bad day.
But coach, would you say? I mean, look at a similar type of maybe tactics that United tried to employ against City because of the high line press. Would you say that maybe City may have learned from Arsenal's mistakes because we tried to play that high line press and obviously the counter attack, but perhaps City had their chance to actually look at the mistakes of Arsenal because Arsenal is a much younger team, maybe a little bit more naive in their tactical defenses, especially in the defensive areas. And obviously we didn't have Partey, who was like a big difference, So
yes, you are right. Because we are talking about the highest level of football here. So these guys, they take their time to watch videos, previous matches, and so on and so forth. So definitely, City has sat down and they looked at Arsenal game, Liverpool game against the same Manchester United.
Yeah, it was a similar sort of.
And they deployed the different tactics to suit.
Pressure.
Yeah,
It's a pressure
So
tactics.
I agree with you. I
Yeah.
think they've learned from Liverpool and Arsenal mistakes,
Okay.
and they totally neutralized all Manchester United
That's
tactics. Yeah.
activities. Okay, now let's go to perhaps your favorite, the North London derby. How would you say, Arsenal performed overall? What Tottenham did, and obviously the, how do I say, the the controversial so-called red card that apparently, according to a lot of Tottenham fans or maybe people that were more closer to Tottenham, it never was a red card. However, they felt that was the game changer. Although a lot of Arsenal players were saying that, look, Arsenal was on the ascendancy, even though the red card came at a good time, but they don't think it would have actually changed the outcome of the match.
Yes, of course. I believe we are dominating that game even before the red card.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, we had more than 12 shots, about 6 on target
Okay.
before that red card. So I don't think they have an argument.
Who do you think was your standout player? I mean, for City it was clear. It was Foden and Harland. But for the North London derby, who do you think was the outstanding
Well,
player?
I think the difference, I give it to 3 players. I give it to Saliba and Thomas Partey
Okay.
and then Xhaka.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see. Interesting. Anyway, another match that I think caught the eyes of a lot of people was Liverpool against Brighton, the 3-3 scoreline. I mean, what's really going on with Liverpool? They seem to have really fallen down. There's no, you don't see that fluidity, the free-flowing game. It seems like something is not quite right or something is not quite clicking. But for whatever reason, Liverpool doesn't seem to be the same Liverpool that we were seeing. Do you think that Mane leaving is still hunting them? I don't know. Or they've had a lot of injuries, etc. that kind of has affected their start, George.
Okay, Liverpool, they are still disappointing.
Okay.
I can't get why, whether it's from clubs, tactics, whether their players are even fed up with the tactics, or I can't really tell. But here again, I don't know. There are a lot of Liverpool players who are out of form, and I believe you should give some of the French the players who have been out for a while the chance, because you have Atta there. You signed there was Jota on the bench. I don't know if it was for Champions League purposes, but then
Carvalho
playing ahead of Jota. When Jota knows the system very well, even if things are not going well, he knows the system very well. But we can see from Firmino. Firmino has been on the bench for some time, but he's proving better than their Nunes. Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I think maybe it's their midfield, from their midfield and their defense. The intensity they used to play with.
I don't know. It's like Liverpool doesn't seem to come across as the same team when Thiago is not in the midfield. And unfortunately, it's a bit like Arsenal.
And I don't get
when
why
Partey is missing, we're not quite the same team.
And I don't get why Klopp keeps picking Milner and Henderson when they are clearly not giving anything. They are not tackling to win the ball. They are not being the creative men out from.
But Milner didn't start.
Yes, but Henderson started.
Yes.
Yes, so I don't get why, because you could have shifted Carvalho to the midfield and maybe brought on Jota to come and replace Carvalho's position he played. Yes,
Okay.
but okay, maybe let's give them time. Club will sort out issues and all of that. So I can't be too critical about them, because but it's not going well for them at all. It's not going well for them at all.
Okay.
But I think defensively, they've been poor. Attacking wise, I think they still remain the same kind of Liverpool we used to know. But
Do you think defense?
yes, they've been conceding.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, they have been conceding a lot.
Yeah, a lot of goals. Look at the mistake Van Dijk made that led to the third goal.
Yeah,
Come on, that's not Van Dijk that we used to know.
Yeah.
So I think defensively.
Would you say is it quick to say that Liverpool potentially are out of the title race? Is it too early to say?
No, judging from how City has been consistent, I don't think Liverpool stand a chance of catching up with them.
Yeah, okay.
Because
George, what do you think? Sorry to cut you off.
because the addition of Harland
Makes
to
the
the
difference.
team, I don't think
Harland is like the 12th player.
yes, right,
Harland is like the 12th player.
yes.
Okay, so which other team would you say? I mean, there were other teams that Newcastle. You know, Newcastle. I don't know. It's like they are quietly picking points. You understand? They are quietly like behind the scenes. No one is talking so much about them, but it looks like they are not an easy team to beat or to even overcome. Because I note that they played. It was a draw against City. And indeed, we've kind of seen them gone on some matches that you feel they might draw, they are winning. You know, they are winning. And so yeah, it's interesting time. Brighton, I mean against Liverpool, but Brighton has probably, for me, they've been the surprise team of the season, considering that they've even lost.
I said it in one of our episodes.
It's amazing. It's like, you know, so yeah, it's a very interesting season. But of course, you know, the devil is a few weeks away, called the World Cup. Whether that would affect a lot of teams' momentum. So yeah, you get a team that has been really playing well up to that point, and then maybe injuries and things will set in, and then obviously after the World Cup, momentum drops. So I don't know. It's a very interesting season. Even City. Let's not make a mistake. They're actually still leaking a lot of goals than they used to be.
Yeah, of course.
Do you understand? City are scoring a lot more.
Their target is not going to the World Cup.
Well, fair enough, but
So
you have De Bruyne. Do you understand? You have Gilberto Silva, Gundogan, this guy, Phil Foden. These are virtually all of them will be going to the World Cup for their respective countries.
Yeah.
So you never really know what will happen. Arsenal, a lot of the players will also be going to the World Cup.
They'll be sitting on the bench. They'll be sitting on the bench.
Regardless, the point is.
So I'm happy.
Regardless, the point is you are still going to the World Cup. Do you understand? It only takes you to come on the pitch for 5 minutes to even get an injury. It's very, regardless of whether you are sitting on the bench or not. I don't think it makes much of a difference. But I'm just saying that it's a very, very interesting season ahead. I'm looking at one of the matches that I feel yesterday, Leicester, Leicester had to win. It's a
very poor Nottingham Forest team.
No, for you guys that don't appreciate derbies, this is actually East Midlands derby.
Yes.
Whilst it's not as big as City, United, Arsenal, and
Nottingham has been the poorest team of this season so far.
Not even.
No, but I also feel that it's because there's too many disruptions in their setup, because you can't bring 20 players in one window and expect to gel and expect to blend, get the ideas, assimilation, etc., and all the stuff for them to give us. So it was always a risk, and they are paying for it, because it would probably be better to even use low quality players that work harder and give the team some form of results, kind of thing. So yeah. Which other team? I think which other team has caught our eyes? Fulham.
Fulham, they were beaten by Newcastle.
Yeah, I mean I expected that, and also note that Mitrovic was well.
But he came in.
He was on, but I seen this is a player that you have to keep an eye on for the entire 90 minutes.
And they did well. I think Newcastle.
Do you understand? That's where my worry is. Anyone that beats Newcastle is not guaranteed you beat them, because Newcastle is going to push over as a team. Coach,
you can't predict Newcastle. If you look at how they've been scoring, they don't have a mass man. They don't have somebody who you can say you have to take this guy out in order to stop Newcastle. So their goals have been coming from left, right, center, different players scoring their goals and all
but
that.
guys, whilst we're talking about Newcastle, what do you guys make of Isaac, their striker, who's now their main striker now?
Yeah, but they scored 4 goals and they did not even score one. So this is what I'm talking about. Newcastle, you cannot predict them. You might be thinking Isaac will be the mass man, so let's keep him out, and then before you know it, somebody else is scoring. An unexpected player will just
Come
turn up, and then you know. So Newcastle, they are unpredictable. So you're right.
Leeds and Villa was a 0-0 scoreline. But what I realize is the new manager for Leeds, okay, he's been doing really, really well. I don't know, they don't have a lot of big name players, but they seems to be playing well together. And pressure. They look, these guys can pressure you. Seriously, when I mean pressure, they can press.
No, if you ask me,
Leeds.
I would say it is the handwriting of Bielsa that is still written all over Leeds.
Okay.
Like I said, when Mourinho left Tottenham, and Kane and Son were still doing the same thing they were doing, I told my friends, I said, look, it is still the handwriting of Mourinho that we can still read on these players. When the new tactics sets in and they get soaked into that new tactics, you will see the lapses. Yes, I said it, and now it's showing, everybody's seeing it. People are blaming Son for not performing, people are blaming different players. I said that's how I see Leeds right now. A time will come, you will see the handwriting of Bielsa will
come off.
We go off, and then they will start.
Guys, another team that a lot of noise are not being made about, I would say Chelsea. Chelsea, they seem to be blowing hot and cold. They're up, 1 minute they're up and then they're down. I don't really know what to make of them, to be honest. And of course, we know there's issues because people are saying that their owner is trying to take charge of everything, and he's not really a football person. Therefore, the brain behind some of the buys. So, for example, look at Arsenal and City, and to a large extent, some of the other teams that have really gone about bought some really Tottenham. You compare that against Chelsea, and you can clearly see that this is a guy that's probably gone about just buying players he can get his hands on, and not necessarily. There's no intent behind the buying that I'm buying you for this specific role, kind of thing. We bought you because we know you're good, and hopefully you can do what you did in wherever you did for this particular position that we want you to play. Sort of. That's the impression I think a lot of people are getting with Chelsea. Now, one person that I think is a very excellent buy is Sterling. You understand? He's a. I mean, rightly or wrongly, he brings something to the table for Chelsea. Regardless, coach, you have your minute. But I wanted to think overall, what do you make of Chelsea?
Chelsea, okay. I wouldn't be too critical about them because they've lost a manager they were so much in love with. Yes, because their story was very nice.
Okay.
But then again, a new coach has come in from a team that does not have the pressure when it comes to a big club like Chelsea.
Yes.
So he doesn't. He even said himself that when he watches the photos on the walls and stuff, he sees trophies and all of that. It's not at right.
Yes,
so the pressure mounting on him is very heavy. So let's give him time. But
no, I'm not blaming the coach. Let's put the coach aside. I'm talking about since the start of the season.
It's going to take time.
And yes, because of the crisis, like you said, the crisis and all of that. So it has affected some of the players. They lost their main man, Rudiger, and a lot. So, and Tuchel, their former coach, was also trying to get his standing before the sudden sack, which we were all surprised came in. Yes. And
so I'm guessing, you feel that he needs time.
Yes. Then
coach, would you agree?
Yes. He needs time because you cannot sack a coach. Some of your staffs left, and then you brought in a different coach, and then you expect an instant change. That's impossible.
Okay.
So it's going to take time, for the players to gel together, understand the tactics of the coach, and then maybe we can start judging them.
West Ham actually did well against one of the hardest defense to play against, Wolves. Would you say West Ham are beginning to creep, as in they are beginning to get to where they were last season, or there's still a long way to go? They bought some really good players though. Paqueta, Skamaka, Do you understand? These are good quality players.
Yes. I think nobody is going to fault Moyes for what is happening now, because they had a bad season last season.
I think they were just distracted by the Europa Cup.
That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
the way they were knocked out.
Oh, semi-finals, right. Okay. It really affected them.
And knowing that you're going to play the Conference League, it's like a demotion. Like you're coming, you just played Europa, now you're going to. But so it's going to affect the players' confidence, and that's the result we're seeing right now.
Okay, guys. So, moment of truth. We played. EPL has 8 matches. I mean, week 8 so far. I want you guys. I know you don't particularly like it, but your best 11 so far. I'll start with you, George.
Okay, so with my best 11. So
Guys, please subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think. Okay, whether you agree with their their best 11 so far. And let's see. Subscribe once again, and comment and like as well.
So my best 11. Okay, with the goalkeeping department, I'll go with Jordan Pickford.
Pickford, okay.
Yes, Pickford. So you can see Everton had the record of this season. They have the record of.
No, you have to do the run through before you make your
consider the
selection.
least goals. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Pickford as the goalkeeper. At the left back, I'll go with Cancelo. Yes.
Okay.
And the 2 centre back players, Diaz and Saliba.
Okay.
Yes. With the right back, Trippier.
Wow, okay.
In the midfield department, I'll go with Thomas Partey of Arsenal, Rodri, and Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay.
Then in the strike force, I'll go with Gabriel Jesus, Erling Harland, and Phil Foden.
So your formation is 4-4-3.
4-3-3.
4-3-3.
Yes, 4-3-3.
Okay. So you do have wings. Okay. Coach.
You know, I don't have. For me, if you ask me to pick, I will pick more than 30 players. So,
okay, all right, fair enough. But I mean, you have to at least pick. If I say pick the best goalkeeper so far after 8 matches, who would you go for?
I think Pickford.
Pickford, okay.
Yeah.
And
He
then
has saved Everton.
the best
so
back
many
4
times.
so far.
Saliba, Diaz, Trippier, Ben White.
Okay, 4. That's 4.
Yes.
That's your 4. Okay, midfield.
De Bruyne,
Okay.
Xhaka,
Okay.
Thomas Partey.
Okay, and then so you go for front 3.
Yes.
Okay, so who's your front 3?
Jesus,
Okay.
Harland.
Okay.
I don't want to be biased.
Don't mention Arsenal player.
You don't put Harry Kane.
Okay, all right, and Kane. All right, that's a very interesting one. Let me take for me the best goalkeeper.
It's how to ignore.
Pope, Newcastle, from Newcastle. Saliba, Cancelo. I'm going for back 3. Cancelo, and then the midfield, probably with the wings, etc. I'm looking at Zinchenko, Partey, and De Bruyne. And then attacking. I've gone for a slightly different formation. So mine will probably be 3-4-2-3. Okay? And then the attackers, I have 3 attackers. I'm looking at Saka, Kane, because these days he's actually been dropping a bit back.
It's hard to ignore.
And then Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
But ahead of them, Harland. So this is, I don't, guys, like I said, once again, comment and like, and let us know what you think. Let's quickly go into the week ahead, the matches that are coming. So match predictions.
Doing the Champions League or
No, Premiership. We're not doing Champions League. Bournemouth, Leicester. Bournemouth at home, by the way.
Leicester to win.
Okay, I will for Leicester.
Okay, I'm sitting on the offense because Bournemouth has actually picked up. They fixed up a bit. I'm going for a draw, but because Bournemouth is at home. Chelsea Wolves. Bear in mind, Wolves has a very mean defense and they don't let a lot of impacts.
Draw.
I'm tipping Chelsea to go for a slight win.
Okay, I'll go for Chelsea, probably 2-1, maybe 2-0. Man City, Southampton.
Man City to win.
The main man is still around, so
Yeah.
Man City to win.
I would tip Man City to win, but you know, sometimes Southampton, you don't know which Southampton will show up.
Not with Harland.
Haaland is the factor, right? Okay. All right. Okay. Newcastle, Brentford. Newcastle at home.
Brentford win or draw.
Okay.
This is very.
Go, guys.
Let's go.
That's a do or die match for them.
Let's go for a draw.
Okay, I'll go for a Newcastle win. Probably just maybe by 1-0. And then okay, I think that's okay.
Brighton, Tottenham.
Forest, Villa. Forest at home.
Villa to win.
Villa to win. Okay.
Forest is that bad. So I'll go for Villa. I think that.
Okay. All right. Let me see if there's any matches on this Friday.
Liverpool.
Liverpool and Arsenal. I thought I've left something out. Liverpool and Arsenal.
Liverpool is playing at Anfield, so Arsenal win or draw.
George?
Arsenal small. I'll go with Arsenal, but I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal allows Liverpool to win them.
Okay.
Kind of
I'm going for a draw, Arsenal, or Arsenal win by maybe 2-1 or something. So, guys, anyway, thank you so much. Let's move on to the next segment. We're going to have a brief discussion about Black Stars. I was fuming over the last couple of weeks, obviously because we played Brazil. Brazil obviously are a better team than us, let's be frank. But I think it's the manner in which we lost the match. We didn't see, like, you can't say that you watched this Ghana team and I'm looking at our group and I just don't see how we're going to make it out of this group. What's your thoughts? Coach, I'll start with Coach.
Well,
I just don't see it.
I cannot write the Black Stars off because the heart of the team didn't play that day.
And who would you say that is?
The Octopus. That was Partey. If he was there, come on, Brazil cannot dominate that game the way they did.
Okay.
And the coach would have probably gone with a different tactics.
Okay.
So I think everything favored Brazil on that day.
Okay, but even though, fair enough, but even against Nicaragua, we didn't see like, I mean,
but
we,
you know,
we just won.
He played his second 11 against them. It wasn't. He didn't put out his best team against them. You know, it's a friendly. He was trying to test different players, and then.
I mean, that's the excuse people are giving, but I mean,
it's not an excuse. It's a fact.
I'm just a bit. I don't know. Forgive me for being pessimistic, but I feel that I'm looking at the team and I don't see fluidity, as in like free flowing, interchanging. I just don't see it. And on the big stage, do you understand? Something that will give other teams something to think about. I just didn't see it.
They only made mistakes at the final third, but building from the back, the midfield, they played very well.
Some would say that in 2010, when we played very well in the World Cup, but leading up to the World Cup, the matches that we played, we lost most of them, and we didn't even seem to. So that's what some people are going with. But I don't know. I'm a bit wary of their coach. I feel that maybe, just maybe, we should have given it to a more experienced man, which is the technical director. You understand? I don't know, but it's I don't want to be critical on the guy because he hasn't really had the team for that long. But at the same time, I feel like we've gotten a few foreign-based or foreign-born players that have come into this match. So maybe it's too early to be able to judge him. He's probably trying to find position. Others were saying that, look, you have to play what you have already, okay, because you know them. And then let's see, with time, you probably see that, okay, this guy can't do what I want him to do. Therefore, I'm looking at these people that have been playing in a higher league more consistently to come and do this job. Because, to be fair, I watched the Brazilian match against Ghana, and then when I saw, what's his name, this guy, Tarek, come on, Williams, come on, do you understand? I saw, like, suddenly we were threatening, and stuff, which I didn't see throughout the entire match. So, I don't know. Guys, anyway, that's it for today. Please subscribe, comment, and let's know your thoughts as well. Watch out, Aquaba has more content coming out week in, week out. We took a little break because obviously unforeseen event, the Queen died, a lot of Premiership matches were cancelled, etc. and stuff. But yeah, we move. We'll definitely be back with more content. Hopefully you can enjoy and also support us, with your comments, subscribe, Aquaba Football. Peace.